So we have a fucking master plan. She's gonna the guy. I'm gonna the girl. We're gonna destroy their marriage, and it's gonna be electric. And they're both gonna be at the wedding we have coming up soon. And we have hotel rooms.
Divide.
Yeah.
Divide and conquer.
Divide and conquer. Don't touch me. Thank you.
We're here.
Can you not?
That's right, because Daddy's a dancer, and he dances a lot.
Did I say hot? I meant not.
Erroneous! Erroneous on both counts!
Like, what goes on?
1, 2, 3. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the What Goes On podcast. I am Amanda Marie. Usually I don't do intros, but JonAnthony decided that he was going to get tanked today at a funeral for a friend, which I thought was weird. I didn't know that you get that wasted at funerals, but apparently here we are.
Here's the situation, okay?
Tell me.
Let me just fucking explain it to you first of all, and second of all, and also third of all.
Exactly.
But before we start that, you didn't even fucking introduce me. So there's your fucking first mistake. That's one demerit, okay? So,
I am here with my co-host.
There it is. Juan Antonio, Captain Passion, King Thick, Captain Planet, the Chief Deputy Commissioner, King Thick, and that's just the way we roll. Like Amanda was saying, it's an unfortunate event. You know, it's an unfortunate event. A close friend, you could consider him family. His grandmama had passed away, so I had a memorial service to go to. Now, this would happen, you know, unbeknownst to me. You know, it was sudden. You understand?
Aww.
So, basically, what happened was, what's today? Saturday. Today's Saturday.
The 27th.
So I'm working on the last week's pod Friday night, right? Like I normally do, finishing touches, right? Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden I look at the clock and it's fucking 6:30 in the morning.
AM.
And which is normal. It's normal time. But then my friend texts me and he finally gets back to me, like giving me the info for the services. He's like, it's today at 9:30.
That escalated quickly.
At 9:30 in the morning. And it's all the way out in Garden City. So I'm like, damn, I don't have time to really, you know, finish what I got to finish, you know? Now, mind you, I'm still up at 6 a.m. and I don't go to sleep.
Ever?
I don't, you know, like sometimes when you like pretend to go to sleep, like you go into bed and you're just like, okay,
so
this is kind of, I'm literally sitting, lights on, everything on, at the computer desk, and I'm running, literally no sleep at all. The lights weren't off, I wasn't even like snoozing, nothing.
Okay. That's good.
So, you know, me and my buddy carpool out there to Garden City. We have a great service. And, you know, it's been a while since I've been in one of those, what are they, some sort of cathedral?
Yeah. It's a Catholic church.
Yeah, it's like a big dome. It looks like kind of the White House or something. It's wild, man. St. Peter, St. Paul's, St. Mary's, whatever it is. But, you know... and then they do the thing, and then like the body comes in. And it's the body comes in, and they're Father West, and
wait.
Respond.
So remember, Grandpa's daddy's dad did?
No.
Was it like that?
I didn't go.
You didn't?
I honestly don't even remember.
You definitely went. You're a piece of shit, but like not that much.
I definitely didn't go. It was in Puerto Rico.
No, that was the second one. The other one we went to was me, you, Lynette.
I don't even remember.
Oh, God. Whatever. But he remembers his
That's
friends.
fucked
Good.
up. Well, it was just today, a couple hours ago.
All right, continue.
So, you know? So, it's very different from any other church that I've ever been to. It's very like, I say something and you like fucking mumble something under your breath.
They're
to
like
repeat.
hymns, right?
They're like, Jesus loves you, goes, and then he does to you. Like, and everyone but me, everyone but me knows what's happening. Like they know when they're supposed to respond.
Here's one we know. May the Lord be with you, and also with you. That's
I don't think that was even.
But
there,
that is like one of the things that like I know you're there, and like they say things, and then everybody repeats it, and I'm like, shit. And I'm on the wrong page here, 'cause I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, you know what's pretty wild? The girl who led the singing,
service?
singing, not the service. She was just a singer. when she wasn't singing, she snapped into Siri mode. It was bizarre. She would sing and she had a normal, whoa, 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 that kind of voice, normal. Mm-hmm. But when she wasn't singing, when she was giving instructions or like in between, she'd be like, please turn to page 5. It was so fucking weird.
Yeah.
She's like, due to COVID-19, all masks must be worn during the service. Like, she, like, changed her voice to be, like,
that's
Siri.
why Catholic Church freaked me out a little bit. Because
and
they're,
then
like, not personal, I feel.
And then you put those little stools down, and you had a kneel on them.
Yeah.
It was bizarre.
Yeah, it's
Everyone knew what was going on, and
But,
there was a girl behind me, of course, knew every fucking song.
Ugh.
Every song. She's like, and also with you in my ear. I'm like, oh, and then someone will say something, they go, and the Father. And I go, how do you know what is even happening?
No, because they go to church.
And here's the deal. I got to be honest with you, and I just got to tell you this. I didn't take the blood of the Christ, of the Lamb.
That's okay. It's called the Holy Communion. You didn't need to
They
do
asked,
it.
and I just said, listen, babe, no.
That's okay.
No, I know it's okay.
Okay.
But I was
You were
so
probably
hungry.
judged a
I
little
was
bit.
very hungry, so I was thinking about it, but those crackers just really, really aren't enough.
Oh my God, it's like cardboard.
They should really flavor them or something.
At least the church that we used to go to with, like, the other church that we're used with, it was, like, actually bread.
I don't even remember that.
It was, like, bread. It wasn't, like, cardboard chips. Cardboard chips.
Some fucking biscottis.
Like,
that's what they should do, some fucking biscottis.
No, they won't. It's just like, no, we like
milk.
the cardboard. And we're going to make it very stale.
Outrageous.
Stale cardboard.
Outrageous.
Fun
Anyway,
time.
so that was very early, and
He's just been going. His gas is almost on empty now.
I'm literally running on fucking fumes. I've been drinking heavy. I'm talking heavy, bro. From an early morning.
Yeah.
You understand? And I didn't get food into me. If I didn't get food in me until roughly 4.
Ugh.
So it's been brutal.
Sounds
but when
horrible.
I did get food in me, it was good. It was a little chicken a little lemon chicken.
Nice.
They had
pasta,
salad, like a little antipasti, A couple things of mozzarella.
Nice.
A couple things of prosciutto,
Prosciutto.
You like that?
Yeah.
So I, once you just get on the roller coaster, there's really fucking no getting off. So cheers to
Your
her
friend.
name. Cheers to her, and she had a great life, and God bless you, and
Amen.
also with you, and we'll see you in the afterlife. I
Amen.
won't be with you, but I'll hear
Cheers
that you
to
got
that.
I'll check the list, and I'll know you got up top, and I'll be fucking at the bottom. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I went to Tita Maria's before. She cooked for us. Had some salad and some stuffed shells. And then they made cookies. So that was good. That was fun. I actually had a good time. I haven't seen her in a while.
What kind of
so it was
cookies?
good to see her. It was like
You guys want some cookies?
It was sugar cookies but with M&Ms in it.
Oh my god!
Sonia, she was just cooking them up. She's the best. That one.
so great.
Love her. My favorite, hands down.
Oh my god, she's unbelievable.
Yeah, so we're there and we're talking about the cruise. Hopefully our cruise is not going to be canceled. It's supposed
That
to be
shit
in
is
August.
fucking-
It's like, forget
it's
it.
gone. It's over.
Like, what are we even
It's over.
doing?
It's not gonna happen.
So we're practicing for the cruise while we're there.
practicing what?
The Cupid Shuffle.
To the right, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the left.
And the fucking cha-cha slide.
To the left. Take it back now, y'all.
Tita Maria has the tutorial on YouTube. Yeah.
How do you practice something that in the song they give you instructions?
Well, no, we didn't practice it. What happened was she put on the cha-cha slide, which, unbeknownst to me, apparently has a music video to it.
Oh no!
In all of the years that I've done the cha-cha slide at parties,
And we're talking years now.
There's a music video.
I don't think
to
that's
it.
real.
And no, you have to see it. It's insane. It's so great. So we watched it, and I was like, oh, that's the dance. So there was like a couple little tweaks. So now I feel like I've mastered it. And then we put the Cupid Shuffle one on, which also has a music video. Continue.
What they do for reverse? Brrr, reverse. Because you know what? I've heard a couple things. And now, I used to thought it was. I thought it was this. I thought it was reverse. Crisscross your legs.
No, not crisscross.
But then I thought it was spinneroonie.
I think you go, like, you turn this way, and then you look this way. And then
I don't
you jump
know.
that
Who
way.
fucking
And
gives
okay,
a
whatever.
fuck?
So then we also put on the Cupid Shuffle song. But in that video, it was very weird because it's like it was like everybody from here up. Like from your waist up. I'm like, okay, but like,
So the
what's
most
happening?
important part you can't see.
It was wild. So she put on like a video on how to do it, and they taught us the steps, which is like so simple. There's like 8 steps. It's like nothing.
Another song.
But yeah, so
tells
mom's
you what
like,
to do.
yeah, put on the Cuban Shuffle.
She always
I'm
calls
like,
it the Cuban Shuffle.
The what? The Cuban shuffle. I'm
always
like, I'm done
calls
with
it the
her.
Cuban
Someone take her
shuffle.
out.
She's getting up there, man. She's getting up there.
I don't know.
It's happening.
I'm getting worried.
It's happening.
Yeah, it's getting worse, but you know, she still looks good, so that's a plus.
Yeah, I guess so. But you know, if the mental decline is a rapid. It's just a
But you know what makes me feel better is that she's always been like that.
Yeah,
she's always the one to like butcher the jokes or butcher the punchline or not. You know, batting 100. She told me you're batting 100. I go, okay.
You're batting 100.
Yeah.
I remember it was a beautiful Christmas time, and everyone is singing Christmas songs, and we're having a great evening as a family.
Embarrassing.
And then a classic Christmas song comes on, and my mom, in all her glory, our mom actually.
Yeah, we share that.
In all of her glory, she goes, Franky the Snowman was a
like,
Franky?
that must have been Frosty's brother that we didn't know about because
who the fuck is Franky the Snowman? Because I've never heard of him.
I do not know that.
And
man.
the confidence in which she said it with, she was sure
that was it.
That fucking carrot-nosed fuck's name was Franky, and it wasn't a doubt in her mind. And it's been Franky since the dawn of the century. She knew it was Franky the Snowman. And then the way she says it, and then she doesn't even, you know when you say something dumb, you're like, oh, that was dumb?
Yeah.
Nothing. She just keeps it moving. Franky the Snowman. And that's just kind of how she is, and she's been like that since God knows who when, you know what I mean?
That's just how she is.
What do you want?
Chocolate.
Okay.
But yeah.
So yeah, I'm a little roughed up today, so I told Amanda to take the lead, and she's head down, writing with a pencil with no ink in
A
on
pen.
a pad that doesn't exist.
All right, so a couple of things happened to me today and every day. So I ran into, you guys all know the drug dealer that lives in my complex, right?
Right.
You know, a little quagmire I found myself in
for That's a great word.
For like less than a week when I had COVID. I didn't even like touch his hand. You know, it was like he brought me food. He was like, whatever. So then like I stopped answering him. All the drama happened in the apartment complex, whatever. So the other day I'm at the bus stop waiting for my son. And I'm standing out there like a fucking dick on a log, and he fucking drives by in his fucking BMW, and he's like just driving slow, and he's just like staring at me. I'm like, okay, this is weird, whatever.
Good Lord.
Yeah, so then today I got into my car, and I'm like, you know, I'm in my car, I'm about to put the song on, and I look up, because where I'm parked, you can see the road that leads out of the complex. So he's like driving slow, and he like stops and looks at me and is like, I'm like laughing. I'm like, okay, hey. Look down at my phone. Before I know it, he's fucking getting out of the car. He comes up to my window. He's like, hey, what's up? How you been? I'm like, I'm good. How are you?
Good Lord.
He's like, how are you feeling? Blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, listen, like, I heard you had it out with my neighbor. Like, you had an argument with my neighbor. Like, that wasn't very nice, the things that you said to her. He's like, well, what did you want me to do? I mean, she's sitting here recording me, telling me she's going to call the cops. And I'm like, well, what were you doing?
And rightly so.
He was like, nothing. I came by to see if he was home. I'm like, you're not the one that was using the credit card to get into the house? He's like, why would I use... Because it is possible that it was like the actual crackheads that were trying to get into the apartment.
Yeah, it's possible.
You know what I'm saying? He was like, the only reason I keep coming to try to see him is because he owes me money. But whatever. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, well, you know, wish you well. Have a good day. Jesus. So that happens. Can I have that? Thanks. Keeping some bank. Come on, Maui. Get
You're
it together.
welcome.
Another thing happened to me last night.
What happened?
I'm gluing
What the
something.
fuck happened?
And the fucking crazy glue decided it was going to explode. And now my fingers are glued
what's
to
wrong
the
with you
palm
and
of my
glue?
hand. What
What's wrong with you
the
and glue?
What else happened?
Is this the same...
Yeah, yesterday when I came here and I was like, hello, I have glue all over me. Like, what? So I just had like, it was disgusting. Like I had like...
Did it get off?
Yeah, my friend came over last night. And he's Googling ways, like, so I soaked my hand, and then he took the lemon juice, and he was, like, scrubbing my hand
What
for
a
me,
guy.
and, like, a good amount of it
When
came
life
off.
gives you lemons, you scrub off crazy glue from the
I know,
glue.
he
Just
was like,
off the
what are you
internet.
doing? What's
And that's an
wrong with you?
age-old saying, and everyone knows that saying.
So, yeah, he got it off for me, worked out.
With the lemon juice?
Yeah.
What a guy.
I know, he really is. So super sweet.
I hate when you change your voice when you fucking talk.
Mean.
Gets me
Obviously,
so
I do it
fucking
jokingly,
angry.
and you think I'm being serious.
No, you normally don't.
Okay.
You normally don't.
You
Amanda,
think I don't.
Amanda,
you think I don't.
You cross your arms inside your legs and you go. Amanda. Okay.
But that's me being funny.
It's
you
it's
think
not even.
that.
It's what are you talking about?
Go fucking.
I know you more than you fucking know yourself,
Okay.
sweetheart. Yeah. So you know what else I was just thinking of that I was starting to tell you, but then I stopped.
Yeah.
You know what's coming up that you kind of brought up.
I'm scared.
I don't really know how to.
I'm scared.
I don't even give a fuck.
Pass me a note.
I don't even give a
Here we
fuck.
go. He doesn't give a fuck, and mind you, he's been drinking all day. He
You know
might
what?
give a fuck, and it might
I really don't give a fuck, and here's the deal, and here's just the deal. Okay, me and Amanda have a fucking wedding to go to soon. You understand? We got a wedding to go to soon, and at this wedding,
Don't.
and at this wedding, here's the fucking deal. No, it was just a funny little thing that,
It was cute. So last
at-
Halloween, or 2 Halloweens ago, who knows? Because the past year didn't even count.
it was
like a
2
race.
Halloweens ago.
Yeah, because
yeah.
last year no one was doing anything. But we went to a Halloween party at the person who's getting married's house.
Yeah,
And
that's what happened.
the person that's getting married has a cousin
Correct.
who's also supposedly getting married, as far as I'm concerned, and they're not married yet, you
No
know?
chance.
So I think like some of the girls were like hanging out and like dancing or whatever, and the cousin's fiance was like by us and like I guess watching or talking with us or whatever, and she was like salty as fuck. So later to find out, you know, like she's apparently like stuck up or whatever. I'm not really sure. That's just what I'm hearing through the grapevine. I don't know her from a fucking can of beans, but everyone's like, oh, she's just like that, and I'm like, okay. So I don't think she really liked that. But then later, me and JonAnthony meet somewhere in the party, and we're just like, you can take it.
I don't really know that part of it, but here's just cut and dry. Here's what the fucking deal is. We were at a party, okay? We were at a Halloween party. You understand, right? I see a fucking bitch who's fine.
Do we have to call women bitch? I mean, we passed
We can
that?
bleep it.
Or,
We can bleep it, okay? I see a shorty. I see a fucking.
Shawty.
I see a slim, thick twig out there, and I go, and she's dressed as something scandalous. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Okay. She's got a slit in her dress,
All the way out.
and let's just say it's not on the side, it's not on the back, it's somewhere else. It's very close.
It was supposed to
front.
be on the side, but she had it right in the middle, like,
yeah,
okay.
you're damn right. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And upon my observation and the whole party's observation, there wasn't much underneath. You understand?
I didn't peep that, but everybody was like,
yeah,
it
a couple
was
people
definitely there.
peeped it. So I go, oh fuck, like she's a thicky
Yeah,
boo boo.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like, oh shit, let me try to fucking, let me turn the fucking JonAnthony charm on, right? So I'm fucking, trying to get into that mode. All of a sudden I meet Amanda, and I'm not sure, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but something to the effect of like she thought some guy was like cute and was like, oh, he's
cute.
good. And then someone's like, oh, he's dating, his fiance's here. And like, who is it? And they fucking point to the girl that I was fucking looking at. So we have a fucking master plan. She's gonna bang the guy. I'm gonna bang the girl. We're gonna destroy their marriage, and it's gonna be electric. And they're both gonna be at the wedding we have coming up soon. And we have hotel rooms.
Divide.
Yeah.
Divide and conquer.
Divide and conquer. Don't touch
Yes.
me. Thank you.
We're here for it.
And it's gonna happen. And
It
when we
is.
do, we're gonna
I'm
let you guys
so
know.
excited for it because
It's gonna
like,
happen.
It's like a,
What would
we're gonna-
if we did that? What would we be called? Is it Eskimo Siblings? Like, what does that even think?
oh, I don't even know what that is. Eskimo what? Is that
Eskimo brother. If I have an Eskimo brother, it means that we both bang the same girl. That's an Eskimo
Also,
brother.
no, we definitely wouldn't be Eskimo sisters because that would be siblings.
Yeah, but it's like they banged each other.
We would be like Eskimo second cousins.
Can I just tell you something else?
What?
We can cut this. We're not gonna cut it because I just refuse.
Oh my god, I can't.
That would be the second time that it's happened, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. You understand?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
But between me and you?
Yep.
How did I never know?
You did know. I told you, and then you forgot, and then I brought it up again, and then you forgot again.
All right, if you don't say it, like now I need to know. But they were. No, that doesn't count because were they dating when you hooked up with her?
No.
All right.
That has nothing to do with
Ew,
anything.
that's so skeezy. Did you hook up with her before or after she hooked up with that guy? During?
Before.
Oh my, that's fucking disgusting. JonAnthony, that's really gross.
Listen, man.
That means that there was a I'm not even gonna
Listen,
break it
man.
down. I'm not even gonna break it down.
Listen, you don't really expect things in life, and they kind of just
No
happen.
wonder you were acting the way you were acting. You never
Amanda,
fuck.
You said this
Okay.
both other times I've told you this, just so you know.
No.
I swear,
JonAnthony.
I don't believe in God,
JonAnthony.
but if there is
You
one and we get
literally-
there, you're going to look so fucking ignorant.
You literally?
You're going to be so
Okay, so
dumb.
then you know what? I heard that COVID gives like memory loss and like brain fog later on. So like maybe that's what's happening
Amanda,
right now.
my brain
but, like,
is so
I literally
sharp.
don't remember that ever. Like I remember.
My
telling
brain is
you that
so
I was-
sharp I can cut glass with it. You understand?
I remember telling you that I was dating a guy, and you brought up who his ex-girlfriend was, and she's a sleazer, and this and then all that. You never said you hooked
Amanda,
up with her.
I did twice.
Okay, great.
Twice, I
I'll
told
go
you.
fuck myself.
Well, listen. You know, so then we have a game plan. Now we know what we got to do. So these next victims, they're going to be target is
can't.
acquired, and that's just the fucking way it goes.
Yeah, it's happening. It's happening!
That would be so fucking funny.
It's happening.
That could just be our kind of thing. We just go out in the wilderness and we just start fucking attacking people. We find a fucking thick bitch. You know, and a guy with a goatee, and it's fucking over.
We're in it.
It's fucking over.
I'm here for it.
That's a great game plan.
We'll let you guys know how the wedding goes. Should be great.
It's in a couple months.
We got time.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. So yeah, that's that.
It's gonna be great.
I'm excited. This week was really shitty week at work.
What happened?
Well, I had some medical stuff going on. I had a little mini procedure. So the first 2
really?
weeks, it always happens. The first 2 weeks of work, I was out of the month of February. So the third week, I was like still feeling like shit, but I'm like, okay, what am I going on a fucking hiatus? Like I can't. I'm like, I have to go
Pause.
back to work.
Say that word again.
Hiatus.
There's no two H's in it, but
Hiatus.
you said hiatus first.
No, I didn't. Maybe I'm mumbling.
We have a camera, so
Okay. So
you were on a
I
hiatus.
came back the third week, and I'm like kind of like checking. So I come back. It's the 15th. Trying to catch up with the 75 gazillion emails that I have. One of my workers' father lives in Manhattan.
Oh my
And
God.
apparently he's, an alcoholic, and he fell down brick stairs,
Oh Lord.
hit his head,
Brick stairs. Okay.
is dead.
What?
Died. Gone. So she shares this news with me, and I'm devastated, and I'm like, you get 3 bereavement days according to the policy at the work job, but take however long you need. You have sick days, you have vacation days, and like I get it, So she takes the 3. First, she takes the 3 bereavement days. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, she's telling me about all the arrangements. Her family's coming from out of state, and I gotta do this, I gotta do that, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay. So at this point, it's the end of the third week. It's the end of the third week of the month, and we do billing monthly. So you have to do all your contacts and everything by the last day of the month. Come March 1st, it's a new clock. If you talk to the client then, it doesn't count because it's for the new month.
Right.
So as I'm going through all of her stuff, those days that she's out, I'm realizing that she has no billing done. And in my world, I'm thinking 2 weeks that I was out is half of the month. How much should you have done of billing? 50%? Half of the month is gone.
There you go.
But
That's some quick math.
But
by you.
okay.
No, that's some fast math.
Okay,
by you.
I'll even give you 40%.
Guys,
And
and we'll
we'll
be
be
right
right
back.
And we're back. Right?
What's up?
We're back. Backing it up. I feel like I was telling a story and I don't even remember what the fuck I was saying. It was probably...
Coworker.
Oh yeah, so either
Stairs.
way, so
Dead,
I'm stressed out
dead.
about it. So now I have to have like a conversation with her about it, and like she was like, she said, I'm so sorry I left all this work. Like I wasn't expecting these last 2 weeks to be like this. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, no shit.
Wait,
That's why you do your fucking work the first 2 weeks, because then you never know
When your
what's gonna
dad's gonna
happen.
slip on.
And I don't want to be unempathetic,
Move
but
the
like
mic back.
I don't want to be like not
More.
empathetic, not sympathetic, but like you're putting a big burden on me. Like you have all the Spanish speaking cases in my unit. I can't communicate with these families. So I'm over here on fucking Google Translate, fucking sending text messages to the parents. I'm basically bilingual now. And trying to coordinate services because I have to, get my work done to submit, like we have to bring money in so I can pay salary to people. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. So that was the first thing that fucking pissed me off this week. So now that has happened. Another thing that got me really upset is one of my clients tells me that she has a 10-year-old boy who has a lot of behavioral issues. So she tells me about an incident she was like, yeah, the client touched, his older brother's private area while they were, and then the mom walked in and was like, what's going on? And they were like, oh, like I was trying to get the baseball and we were playing, or the bouncy ball, whatever.
So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, no, like so I don't know. I'm like, so once any type of incident happens like that, it has to go to clinical reviews. So we do a whole meeting about it, and we have a clinical review on it. So she had to fill out the form, and she sends me it, and it has all this information on it that I never knew. Apparently, mom said an incident happened like this a couple of days ago, and an incident like this happened in 2017, and the older brother has cerebral palsy. I'm like, whoa, like, and I'm talking to my supervisor about it, and I'm like,
what's cerebral palsy? When you're like, their arms atrophy?
It depends. You can have like different levels. It could be really bad. You can be in a wheelchair, like non-functioning, non-talking. Some are higher functioning.
The person who is disabled is the one
saying that he was touched by his younger brother, who's in our program.
Oh my God!
Yeah, the 10 and 11-year-old black little boys. So I'm like, we have to call it into CPS because I can't unknow. Because then she's like, oh, well, mom said that the brother was touching the penis. And I'm like, okay, when you say touching penis, was it on clothes, off of clothes? We have to call this into CPS because I don't know if it's like a supervision issue, being that the brother has a developmental disability. I don't feel comfortable knowing this information and not reporting it in case it ends up being a bigger thing. And
Right.
I'm like going to lose my license because now I know this information and I didn't say. So she calls ACS, which is the city's version of CPS, Child Protective Services. And apparently they're like, oh, we can't accept the case. I'm like, if they tell you that they can't accept the case, they need you to talk to a supervisor. Then the supervisor has to tell you. She goes, they both said they're not accepting the case because it's child against child. So they're referring it to law enforcement.
What is that going to do?
So fucking law enforcement is going to be able to deal with this situation.
You mean the guys with the guns and stuff?
More than fucking CPS. I guess they have like a child abuse unit, and they're
Stop touching the penis.
So they're like, oh well, maybe we have to see if like there's some type of like issue with mom being negligent. And I'm like, okay, but wouldn't that be the realm of CPS?
No, I say we get the cops in there and we fucking...
So they call it into the cops. The cops
boss.
call my worker immediately, does a whole thing, like, yeah, we'll probably be stopping by the house to investigate more, ask the kids what happened. Come to find out, the fucking detective calls and tells them to come into the station. I was crying when I found this out. So now you're bringing an 11-year-old boy who has developmental disabilities and a 10-year-old boy who has behavioral issues.
Well, the good thing about the police is that they're equipped to deal with things like that.
They're totally culturally sensitive to situations like that, and they really understand.
Especially cerebral palsy, the best antidote to that is weaponry and heavy weaponry and intimidation. I found.
So they bring them into the station for hours.
Oh my God.
They video record the kids, questioning them.
What the fuck is this, a fucking robbery?
I'm so upset. I'm calling the detective on Monday, and I'm going to say, you know what?
You're going to give a piece of your mind?
Yeah, because you know what? Not for nothing.
Who the fuck are you?
Not for nothing. And this is what I mean by people like, defund the police. The social workers are coming in. And it's like, it's because it's shit like this. I don't know. Maybe you're not trained, and maybe you don't understand. These kids were like brought into foster care. Their mother, like there's already a level of trauma that these kids have endured. And now you feel that it's most appropriate for a 10 and 11-year-old to go into a police station for hours, and we're going to videotape them and question them.
You bring them down the station.
Could you fucking imagine the trauma that is? I'm so upset. I'm angry. I'm pissed and I'm angry because these are adults. And I'm so upset and distraught for the children. I said, oh, I can't wait to call this detective on Monday. I can't wait because I'm going to say, not for nothing. Did it ever occur to anyone that might be slightly traumatic for two young black boys to go into a station to be questioned about something that could have been nothing?
It could be just your simple fucking penis pulling, honestly. Fucking. It
doesn't matter. It's really disgusting. I was so stressed this week. I'm so upset. I have no words for it. I can tell the story, but how I feel about it, I'm gonna give you guys an update when I call the detective because I'm not happy, and I probably am gonna ask to speak to a supervisor Because I'm gonna say, listen, I don't really know what goes on in your child abuse unit.
Why would you refer them to the police?
Law enforcement. I can't figure it out. I can't figure it out.
No, what are they gonna do?
They're gonna investigate to see like if there's any like negligence or child abuse going on from the mother.
Lord have mercy.
So now you know what kind of fucking week I had. I mean, now you know I've been drinking. I've been drinking since Friday fucking night.
I've been drinking.
Word.
I know. Sometimes you just need to drink a lot just to ease the pain. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Good stuff. But what I did want to ask, so like I am talking to this new guy. I don't know if I should chalk it up as like being anxious or if it's like a normal thing how girls are, but you're kind of like, you don't want to text them too much or like you want to like wait a long time to answer them. So what I'm asking is, are guys like that at all? With like, I'm not going to text her like so much, it's like too much. Or like, do they think about it? Like, do you guys care at all?
Yeah, normal fucking human being behavior. You don't want to be
So that's not bitch behavior?
No, but it depends. It completely depends.
On the person?
If you're thinking like, if you're taking it to a level of like, oh, I don't want to text them first or like double text them, it's like you're playing games and you're like, you're still have a child.
Yeah, it's easy to say that.
You're like, you still have like a child mentality. But if you're doing shit like, oh, it took 3 hours to respond, I'm gonna take 4 hours to respond, it's like you're being a child, like you're a fucking loser.
Yeah.
If you're texting 17 times in a row and they're not answering you, you're delusional.
Right.
So you just have to like use common sense and like be a normal person.
So obviously we've only been talking for a short period of time. So then on Thursday, I was on the phone with my therapist at like noon, and I'm telling her about him, and I'm like, I haven't spoken to him all day yesterday, and now half the day today. Like, is that bad? Does that mean like, in my mind, I looked at it as like, I hit him up first on, I guess, Monday, and we like spoke like here and there throughout the day, and then like he woke up, he's like, oh, I woke up, and we spoke a little bit Tuesday, and then like Wednesday I didn't hear anything, and then half of Thursday. And in my mind I was like, listen, like I reached out we spent the weekend together, and now I'm like, okay, now it's Monday, I hit him up first, goes into Tuesday, Wednesday, nothing, half of Thursday, she's like, just fucking text him, and I'm like, no. She's like, oh, there's the ego. She's like, just send a text message like, hey, how are you? I'm like, okay, fine. So I'm like writing it out. I'm like, hey, how are you? And as I'm writing the message, he texted me. So I was like, okay. I was like, okay, the message was like open and it like popped up. I was like, okay, I feel better. So yeah.
Yeah, you can't be fucking
But I wasn't sure if
guys.
But I don't want to play games, but like I don't want to be like overzealous. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to be the one that's texting you every day, because then it shows me that you don't really have. Matter. It does, because it's like you don't really have that much interest if like you can't think of me.
So then you
first.
found it out. So then it's over.
Yeah, well, I feel like the other way happens.
That's what people fucking fail to realize. It's like nothing. If it's meant to be, nothing you do can deter them. And if it's not meant to be,
I don't believe that. If it's meant to be, like by the forces of the universe.
If he's a fucking loser. If he doesn't like you, nothing you do is gonna make him like you. And if he does like you, nothing, not nothing, but it's not gonna like
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Just the way
no, but my thing is, I was just wondering if like guys.
Oh, she double texted me.
No, but my thing is like I was just wondering if like guys kind of think about it like that too.
Everyone does, because there's fucking loser fuckboys who are like, it's like.
Either way, I felt validated as I tried to reach out to him again. I didn't have to. He was writing me first, so it was good. All was good.
If it's someone I like, I'll be like, you'll see so many instances of being a shitty person. And it doesn't fucking matter because you like them. And if you don't like them, you find one little thing. It's like, oh, no, like she has a birthmark on her cheek. I don't
That's
like
me.
It. You know what I mean? It's just like.
But that's me. I'm like, look at the way you choose. I can't.
It is what it is. And it isn't what it isn't. And what will be meant to be.
Okay, fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Lynette, our sister, texted me last night. I'm fucking loose as a ghost at this point. Fucked up in my bed with this dude, fucking drinking wine and eating fucking Townhouse crackers
Probably
at
fucking
this point.
eating.
I was not eating any ass. Other people were, but. So, we're chilling, whatever. All of a sudden, my phone goes off at like 2:15 in the morning. I'm like, who the fuck is this? Like, I don't
Paging
even
me
know.
at 5:46 in the morning.
Who the fuck is this? Paging me at 5:46 in the morning. Crack of dawn.
So I'm like, who could this even be? It's Lynette. And she's like, are you up? And I'm like, yep. Where's Stephanie? What's happening right now? She's like, Stephanie's phone's dead and she's at a party by your house. And I'm like, I don't have, like, I'm drunk. My friend's drunk. I cannot assist in this situation. However, You've now instilled anxiety into me, and now I'm worried about what the actual situation.
Now, what does she think that you're gonna do in that situation?
I think she wanted me to go drive by the party, which if I was up and not wasted...
Oh, she knows where the party is?
Yeah, the last known location, because apparently Stephanie's phone is dead at this point.
Well, where was it?
Like a couple blocks, like not that far from me. Not a couple blocks, not walking distance, but...
These fucking kids these days are fucking
It's crazy, because I was like talking to mommy, and like I would always say, like, if my cell phone was dead back in the day, even if I was out in the club, hanging out with older guys, like doing whatever I wasn't supposed to do, I would call and be like, this is Jimmy's phone. He's driving a black Mustang.
Oh, you just
and
text.
my phone is
hey,
dead.
If you need me, call me on here.
Texting wasn't big when I was like 16.
It was F, B, B, B. Like
But it wasn't that
QWERTY.
big. So I would call. I would be like, this is a phone number I can be reached at. He drives a black whatever car. And I don't know. I would always like give her little updates like that. What I want to know is where these kids fucking come off that they think that their phone can die and that they can disappear for hours on end.
Where the fuck do these kids come off?
It's insane.
But you know what? I was actually just thinking about this earlier. Mm-hmm. Because we were talking about how, like, we talked about it before, but, like, when you're younger and you think you're so much older, she's fucking 18, bruh.
Yeah.
And I was thinking back to when I was drinking at 13, which is fucking disgusting when you really think about it. Mm-hmm. And I was just telling my buddy this, like, I used to hang out with my buddy Johnny, with my cousin Johnny, and he was 3 years older than me. So I was always, like, he was older and he was hanging out with older people. So I was, like, like, you ever see those movies where it's like, oh, it's like the little kid coming out of the bedroom. It's like, how it's gonna... I was always the youngest fucking one. Yeah. I'm talking about chilling hard.
No, you don't need to tell me. I know that feeling.
So, I remember one time we were at this party, like, in Port Jeff or some shit. I was so much younger than everybody. Like, it wasn't even like a party where the homeowners were the parents. Like, the people owned the house. Like, that's when you know it's fucking... Yeah. You're out of your fucking league, right?
Yes, yeah.
I'm blown out. I'm fucking 3 sheets to the wind. And, people... But I'm at the party and people are loving me. Like, I'm like the mascot because I'm younger. You know what I mean? They were, like, rooting me on and whatnot. So I remember I go into this room that's, like, I guess, like, the weed smoking room. Like, everyone smoked. It's like your classic movie. There's a bed. There's, like, fucking dashikis fucking around. Everyone's sitting around. They're like, yeah, the shag carpet. Like, yeah, man, fucking smoke pot. Yeah. So I remember they had this fucking gravity bong. And I was like, oh, like, I'm going to be so... I was like, yo, I'm going to be so cool.
Gravity bongs will kill you.
So it's like a big bucket of, like, water.
With a Gatorade bottle.
It was a 2 liter of Sprite.
Yep.
Cut at the bottom.
Yep.
You light it and then you
pull
pull it up.
And then you pull it up and all the pressure from the water shoots the smoke up.
So they're like, do it. So I hold it.
Did you die?
I smoked it. And they were like, hold it. I'm trying to be so cool. I'm fucking, hold it. I'm holding it. And I let it go, cough. Everyone's laughing, clapping. Oh,
and then you died.
And then literally, that's the last thing I remember. Next thing I remember, I'm sitting melted to a fucking chair.
Yeah.
Outside the house.
Yeah.
My cousin's next to me was like, dude, you're good. Like, everything's fine.
Aww.
And I remember I have like a glass of water. And I'm just shoveling sleeves of fucking Oreos down my gullet. Oh my God. My mouth is so dry, I just refuse to fucking drink the water. Just Oreo after fucking Oreo after fucking Oreo. And I just won't fucking stop. And I eventually just melt back in the chair, fall fucking asleep. But it's like, that's why I never really liked fucking pot. And I think that was the same time I went back to school on a Monday. And I think it was like... English first period, and this is the time where I really got scared of smoking pot. I described it to people, and no one else in the history of the world really can understand what I was feeling.
Smoking those kind of bongs will give you a different high.
The next Monday, that was Friday night. On Monday,
you still were
I felt that I was on. I describe it as autopilot mode.
Yeah.
I'm talking, but there's like someone else behind me looking at me, and like what. So I remember I'm in fucking English class, and he's talking, reading a book, wherever the fuck we were doing. Mr. Klein, shout out. He had a huge dick, I remember.
How do you know?
It was always tight-ass pants, and it was just swooping.
Is he married?
Swooping. I think he's gay. What are you going to do?
Not him.
But I remember he was talking to me, and I'm like, he fucking knows I'm high. He knows I'm high. So I remember, like, which it was a ridiculous thing to think. Mm-hmm. It was 3 days fucking later. I remember, like, let me raise my hand and ask a question. But like
Oh,
again,
yeah. Don't
I was
not
the
any-
I was the
don't look
narrator.
suspicious.
I was a narrator to my own life, and I was like, yeah, raise your hand. I just remember raise my hand, and I'm asking a question, but I don't even know what the fuck I'm asking. And I was like, I'm never gonna snap out of it. Like I'm just gonna be like fucking autopilot mode for fucking
The
ever.
rest of my life, yeah.
And then after that, I didn't fucking smoke pot for like till I was like, I did it one time in college, like fucking 10 years later.
Yeah.
It just
No, the
fucking-
gravity bongs will get you.
I'm just not really a big druggie, dude. Shout out. You know what I mean? I just like to fucking booze up. Booze, cruise, booze,
Yeah.
booze.
Yeah.
What are you
It
gonna do?
happens. But yeah, so that's my life. So something that I was thinking about, we did an episode where I had the nun hat on and it was like, you know, my rebirth. And I don't know if something happened during that time where it was actually like a rebirth for me. But I have been really in a good mood lately, and it's so not me. So I don't know what's going on with me. So I'm hoping that it's here to stay.
Maybe it's your therapist.
It could be. I'm just feeling better. I feel like after like my breakup and stuff like that, like I was like upset. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me. Like it was just bad, and I'm just feeling a lot fucking better. Like a lot better. Like I feel, and when you
That's
like feel
good.
happier, like it's like it really like translates into like all parts of your life, like all of your relationships, where it's friends, family, work. Like I feel good. I lost weight. I'm just like I'm so ready for everything. Like I'm just
Right.
I'm so excited.
Ready.
I'm excited for like what's to come. I don't know. I'm crazy, but I'm excited. I'm just excited. I've been in a really good mood lately. And I'm like really, I find myself being really appreciative for like things that like my family and this and like, I don't know. I just feel overall happy. I remember
Turning over a new leaf.
it is. I remember mommy used to say to me when I was dating my ex, like she would check in sometimes and she's like, you just don't seem happy. You know, you're like, you're never happy, Amanda. And I'm like, fuck you.
Right, there you go.
Like, fuck you.
Right.
I'm never
I think that's
happy.
a New York fucking attitude.
You know, like, fuck you. I'm never happy. Okay, thanks. I'm going to go slit my wrist. That helps. Now I'm going to
Yeah.
go slit my wrist. Okay.
Like, fuck off. You're never fucking happy, bitch.
But no, I just, like, I don't know. Like, I've just been, like, I feel lighter. Well, I am. I did lose weight. So I am lighter in that aspect. But I also feel, you know, psychologically and mentally lighter.
The metaphorical you.
I do. I'm like so
3 episodes
excited.
ago.
I just feel like I don't give a fuck about anything. Like I'm good. Like I have a
good.
good job. Like I make money. I'm going on vacation. I'm like losing weight. I'm feeling better about myself. I'm free. It makes like I appreciate everyone in my life. I'm just in a good place right now. I don't want to jinx it, but I
smell
feel
wood?
good. Feel good, living better.
Wow. Proud of you. I mean, you just got, you know, talking to somebody, a mental health professional, can only be beneficial to your well-being.
100%.
You know what I mean? No matter how minuscule, no matter how big.
Yeah.
I feel like this was a weird podcast.
Mid sentence about strippers.
It just, it just was weird. I just felt
I think
it was
because
weird.
you came into it fucking wasted.
I'm still wasted. I continue to just need a drink. I mean, we started off with the death of a grandmother, and we ended up. At some point, I told the story about strippers. So it was just a weird, you know. But sometimes it's just how it goes.
Yeah.
It's just the energy of the day. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But it's interesting, you know. It's not gonna be fucking, you know. It's not always fucking rainbows and butterflies. It's compromise that moves us along. Oh. I don't mind. Anyway, listen, guys. If you made it this far, honestly, fucking God bless you. God bless you. What'd you think? Did you think it was weird?
No. I told you that I
You
thought it
liked
was
it, right?
good, and then you were like, that's weird. And I'm like, okay, I'll go fuck myself.
Well, I guess we'll see when I'm in the editing booth and my head is clear.
Right.
I might change my tune. I might change the fiddle of what I'm playing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Guys, we're gonna fucking wrap up here because, you know, I'm just exhausted.
Me too. I slept like 4 hours last night.
I didn't sleep at all last night. I've been drinking heavy. I've been a fucking heavy drinker.
I was drinking heavy, but were you doing strenuous activities? Because I was. So that makes me probably more tired than you.
I was fucking going to my knees to standing up over and over. Jesus, it's like, dude, fucking enough, dude.
Yeah, I couldn't get enough of
Just
what was keeping me up.
enough.
But here we are.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you next week. More like you'll see us next week because we can't see you because it's a one-way camera. Thank you for all the compliments on my hair that I haven't received yet, but I know that I will. I appreciate that. And we'll talk to you soon. Love ya.
Bye.
This the way it is. Better wait 3 and I mix it in. Break your ankles cause your paper's thin. Money sign, that's what baby paper is. I don't care about that though. Gotta go down low. Got a new single, go down low. Been working so hard in the house.